श्री स्वामीनारायण भगवाननी जय, अक्षर पुरुषोत्तम महाराजनी जय, गुरु हरि प्रमुख स्वामी महाराजनी जय, गुरु हरि महन स्वामी महाराजनी जय, प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज शताब्दी महोत्सवनी जय. As we celebrate 7 decades of Pramukh Varni Din, and as we recollect the wonders that Pramukh Swami Maharaj has been able to do, to take a sanstha of just a few devotees and even fewer sadhus, and to put it on a global platform gloriously. It all began on the day of 21st May 1950. And it was done by Shastriji Maharaj overnight. Just imagine what would happen if you or I were given authority overnight. Our entire lives would change. Imagine if you or I were put in charge of the current pandemic. Of course, we have our opinions, of course we discuss, of course we have imaginary solutions. But if you or I were put in charge of the entire pandemic, then our positions will change, so will our opinions, so will our perspectives, and definitely the level of our perspirations. If any one of us became the president, the prime minister of any nation, the governor of a state or the mayor of our city, or for that fact, even the head of our home, our lives change. Just because our decisions, our actions and thoughts change. Overnight, we no longer become or remain the owner of our own selves. We become public property. With great authority comes great responsibility. And it was this responsibility that Pramukh Swami secretly held in his heart, and that he revealed almost 50 years later. Pramukh Swami Maharaj was made the Pramukh of the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha in 1950 by his Guru Shastriji Maharaj. And we all know about that. But what was the responsibility that he held in his own heart? I believe it wasn't the concern or worry about running the sanstha or guiding the devotees or sadhus. I believe it was far different and much deeper. In the year 2000, when we were celebrating 50 years of Pramukh Varni Din in Ahmedabad, and a huge festival had been arranged in the stadium. The joy on Pramukh Swami Maharaj's face was not the celebration in the stadium. It was at his peak when Swami personally went to Amliwadi Port, that small street, and that little house, and that room just 10 by 10, wherein Shastriji Maharaj had lovingly given him the responsibility of the sanstha. All of us went there with Pramukh Swami as a pilgrimage. And as Swami sat on the floor, just before the same bed in which Shastriji Maharaj had sat 50 years ago, and as he got lost in Dhoon, he was very, very deeply emotional. After all the Dhoon, I ventured and asked Pramukh Swami that, Swami, if Shastriji Maharaj was present right before you and sitting on the same bed, and you are the only one sitting before him as his disciple on the floor like you are, and none of us are there, what would Shastriji Maharaj say in seeing the growth and glory of the sanstha and the massive magnitude of your work? What would Shastriji Maharaj say? Without the slightest of hesitation, Pramukh Swami gently replied કે શાસ્ત્રીજી મહારાજ રાજી થાય અને કહે કે મારા સંકલ્પ પ્રમાણે જ સંસ્થા ચાલે છે. Shastriji Maharaj would be happy and he would say that the sanstha is running exactly according to my wishes. The deeper responsibility of Pramukh Swami Maharaj was, and what did always remain, was carrying the words and wishes of his Guru, was fulfilling the dreams of his Guru. And I believe that this is a deeper responsibility of all of us. Imagine you and I are simple nobodies in this entire sanstha. But Pramukh Swami Maharaj has taught us that carrying the words and wishes of our Guru closely to our heart and living his dreams are the surest way of becoming the President of BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha. In this sanstha, it isn't how big you are or how small you are, but how closely you follow the words and wishes of your Guru that makes you the leader. Here, leadership is not a title. Leadership is a life. Pramukh Swami Maharaj has shown us that leadership is more than just holding a position or doing some seva. When the temple in Delhi was being inaugurated, and when for that temple a big assembly had been arranged, then the Chief Minister of Gujarat, our current Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Bhai Modi, had very purposefully said that it is great of a Guru to give a vision. Yogiji Maharaj had a vision that there should be a temple on the banks of Yamuna. So it is great of a Guru to give a vision. But greater still is the Shishya, the disciple, who picks that vision, makes it his own, dreams about it, breathes it, and then fulfills it. The glory and greatness of Pramukh Swami Maharaj was that he picked every word and wish of his Guru and fulfilled and lived their dreams. And I believe this greater responsibility has to be shared by each one of us. When we do that, we just become better in satsang. Pramukh Varni Din is all about love and loyalty, positivity and humility. When Shastriji Maharaj beckoned his most beloved sadhu, young Narayan Sarup Das, and asked him to become the president of the sanstha, from Mumbai he had asked Hakka Bapu to write to him. He was written 2 letters, and each time Pramukh Swami Maharaj explained that there are more senior sadhus who are more capable and qualified and able. It wasn't that he was refusing his Guru's agya, but it was his sheer humility. But the 3rd time Shastriji Maharaj sent Chandrakambai Sheth to explain to young Narayan Sarup Das. He accepted it. In his heart, Pramukh Swami believed that there are other people more capable and more deserving. And I also want to share that there were devotees who also felt, of course they loved young Narayan Sarup Das, but they did not believe in him. They felt he was too young. At the same time, Shastriji Maharaj was the only one who loved him and believed in him. And it was his sheer love between Shastriji Maharaj and Pramukh Swami Maharaj that made this happen. I want to say that love has the power. And love makes sure that you can perform miracles. It's not about talents, it's not about qualities, and it's not about abilities. If you love your Guru enough, and you are willing to take any responsibility that he shoulders you with, then God and our Guru gives you the strength to perform the miracles you can never imagine. Pramukh Swami himself, he accepted the wishes of his Guru because of his love for his Guru. So Pramukh Varni Din is more about love. And I want to share that this love of Shastriji Maharaj for Pramukh Swami was never ending. When he made him the Pramukh, he said that I'm giving peace, stability, and making satsang safe and sound for the next 50 years. Nirgun Swami also said that the foundations of Akshar Purushottam have reached the core of this earth. But at the same time, Pramukh Swami's love for his Guru never ever diminished or faded. The love that young Pramukh Swami Maharaj had for Shastriji Maharaj was endless. Once in Gondal, early morning, while he was doing puja, somebody said that Shastri Maharaj has come. Wanting to see his Guru, he ran into the courtyard and he found that Shastri Maharaj wasn't there. Somebody said he's upstairs. He went to where the murtis were. There he saw Ghanshyam Maharaj, God himself, there from the murti. And Narayan Sarup Das asked Ghanshyam Maharaj that where is Shastriji Maharaj? Ghanshyam Maharaj told him he's downstairs. He went downstairs. Somebody said he's gone upstairs. Then he saw Shastri Maharaj and Ghanshyam Maharaj together, and Shastri Maharaj completely merged into Ghanshyam Maharaj. But this shows the affection and love with which he held his Guru. The secret is when you see God in your Guru, but more importantly, when you begin to see your Guru in your God. Even when he was seeing God, he was searching for his Guru. As a true Sishya, we should also see our Guru everywhere, even in the Murti of God, because God and Guru are always one. Years after, he kept his Guru alive, not just in his memories, but in his decisions, in his actions, and everything he did. I remember during his final years, when we would sit around Pramukh Swami Maharaj, I had a phone, and on that phone there was a black and white sketch of Pramukh Swami, a close-up of his face, a portrait. Every time I showed that portrait to Pramukh Swami, his own sketch to him, he would look at it and he would say, Shastriji Maharaj. I used to wonder, why would he call his own sketch Shastriji Maharaj? But because he loved his Guru so much, he was in his mind, in his dreams, in his ideas, in his breath, everywhere he saw his Guru. Even once during our big meeting with all the Sadguru Sadhus, I showed this picture to every Sadguru. And I said, look, I'm going to show it to Pramukh Swami and let's see what he says. Everybody saw it was Pramukh Swami's picture, and when I showed it to Pramukh Swami, I said, Ke Bapa, aa kaun che? Swami would smile and say, Shastriji Maharaj. Even in himself, he could see nobody but Shastriji Maharaj. In every place, every nook and cranny and corner, the only image he saw was his Guru, Shastriji Maharaj. He never allowed his love to diminish. Pramukh Varni Din is more about your love for your Guru and your Guru's love for you. You might just tell me that, Swami, we've not had the opportunity to have so many incidents and prasangs with our Guru, then how can we grow that love? Well, the answer is very simple. Just love him, love him, love him, and you will flourish. It's not about our old ideas that you can only love somebody if he or she loves you back. Of course, in a worldly way, we would say that. There are celebrities, there are sports people, there are people from history, great people that we love. But they don't even know that you and I exist, but yet we still love them. It is your own love that helps you flourish and helps you transform. It is our love for our Guru that makes you feel happy, that brings out the best in us. So even if you've had no prasang as such, your sheer love for our Guru will make you a better person. Love him and you shall flourish. Pramukh Varni Din is a moment or a celebration of regenerating our love for our Guru. It is also a moment of loyalty. We know that Pramukh Swami Maharaj, during the ceremony of his installation as Pramukh, he stood up and prayed before Shastriji Maharaj that without the care or concern of my body, I shall remain absolutely loyal to the sanstha. Beautiful line, something that inspires us. Without any care or concern for our own selves, can you and I be loyal to the sanstha and the sampradaya and the satsang that has made you and me to the words and wishes of our Guru? I think loyalty is a very important virtue. Often Pramukh Swami had said to so many sadhus, I have personally heard it from him many times, that wafadari jevo gun nahi. There is no greater virtue like loyalty. Because if you are loyal, then you will remain within the niyams. If you are loyal, then you would not want to miss the Sunday assembly. If you are loyal, you will never get into abhav and avgun. If you are loyal, you would want to follow the wish and command of our Guru. Loyalty is like a PPE, personal protection equipment. It protects us in satsang. It energizes us. Loyalty to what level? Well, in 1997, on 13th January, just before the day of Uttarayan, the great festival, in Ahmedabad, we were arranging a special assembly for Pramukh Swami. On his way back to his Uttaro on 13th evening, the festival was going to be on the 14th. On his way back, I was explaining to Pramukh Swami the next day's arrangements. So I said, Swami, that tomorrow when you come in the puja, we will be having the puja in the basement and there'll be a red carpet. So you will have to walk on the red carpet straight to the stage. The moment he heard the word red carpet, Swami said instantly, Swami ke jo mane koi dekhav gamto nathi, mane show gamto nathi, red carpet mare joiti nathi, so I don't like show, I don't like, pomp and glory, I don't want red carpets and I won't walk on the red carpet. With Swami, when he begins, you stop. When he talks, you listen. You don't argue, and that's not the way and that's not the point. So I let everything cool down and calm down, and as Swami was going into the Uttaro, very gently, when things were calmer, I said, Swami, the red carpet is not for your pomp and glory, and it's not for show. I said, it's a part of arrangements and it's a need. He asked, what? I said, so the Haribhaktas could sit on either side of the red carpet and nobody crosses. There will be less disturbance in the sabha, and after the sabha, people can come in single line and just do your darshan closely. So the red carpet is not for your glory or show, it's for an arrangement. Anything you explained as a form of arrangement and as the need of the Haribhaktas, Pramukh Swami would definitely accept. So he accepted. Next morning when his car arrived on 14th January, when his car arrived, it stopped at the red carpet. I was a little distant, all busy in all these arrangements. And then when he was about to put his foot on the red carpet, he called me closely. And he said, Jo, tari agna machu. He said, look, I'm following your commands. I was literally taken aback and I said, ha Bapa, yes. And then he said, but maro contract che. That I have a contract. કોઈકનું અમે એકવાર રાખીએ તો એને અમારું અનેકવાર રાખવું પડે. If I keep someone's word once, then he has to keep my word many times. Before I could begin, he finished it. Then I would keep his word for my life. તો અમે જીવનભર એનું રાખીએ છીએ. The festival was done, he walked on the red carpet, and after that when he was coming back, then it was not necessary that he has to remain on the red carpet. But he was just about to step out of the carpet, he stopped at the edge of the carpet and then called the car closer. Then called me again closer and he said, Jo inche inch agna padiye che. I am following your wishes inch to inch. Straight away we folded our hands and said to Swami, Swami, we will follow your wishes and your commands inch to inch for our life. Loyalty is a very important part of spirituality, and Swami Shri has taught us that. The third most important part was Pramukh Swami Maharaj was always positivity. Narayan Swarup Das was just 28. At this young age, when Shastri Maharaj gave him the responsibility of the entire organization, He never complained about the burden. He never complained about the difficulties, because the difficulties were infinite. Lack of resources, lack of manpower, and there was a continual brewing animosity amongst the other groups. But Pramukh Swami Maharaj never complained. He accepted the responsibility with intense positivity. Throughout his life, we have seen that Pramukh Swami has always remained positive. The classic example would be the London temple. We see it as a glorious temple, the first in the Western Hemisphere. But if you wanted to analyze it sheer through statistics, it would be a great failure. We failed 28 times to get the right land. Imagine going to one land and not succeeding. The other land is too expensive. Somewhere we got the land, and when we went for permission, 80,000 signatures of the local neighborhood we collected, and yet we failed in the courts. We could not get the permission. So for 28 times, we either didn't get the land, it was too expensive, we missed the boat, and we didn't get the permission. Once when CM Patel, the chairman of our London Satsang Mandal, he phoned Swami, said, Swami, don't come to London now. We've just lost our nose. And then Swami started and said that he wants to come. He did come, and the London Mandir was made. Swami said, maybe God doesn't want us to move out of Neasden. This is the place we should do the temple, and we did it. And look what's happened now. Swami often used to say, કે નાક કપાયું છે? No. અત્યારે લંડનનું મંદિર સંપ્રદાયનો મુગટ બનીને બેઠું છે. It has become the crown of our fellowship. So whatever he did it with intense positivity, because he felt that everything is done by Shiji Maharaj and Shastriji Maharaj and his Guru Yogiji Maharaj. He never for once became downcast or downfallen. He was always positive. To such an extent, he has given us visions which are positive. I remember when the Sanstha's centenary was celebrated, and there was a brass lamp, and in that all the lamps were lit as a moment of celebration. When we were taking that lamp away, Swami Shri called us and said, make sure you preserve this lamp. And when we celebrate the bicentenary of the Sanstha in 100 years later, bring the same lamp out and light it. A real Guru gives you positive visions. When we are thinking about what's going to happen after 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, he's already given us a vision that the Sanstha will be there, it will be glorious. We will be celebrating the 200th anniversary of the Sanstha. Look at the positivity that Pramukh Swami has breathed into each one of us. And that positivity was unending. In Surat, in the year 2011, on 16th May, the same month as we are celebrating his 70th Pramukh Varni Din, Pramukh Swami Maharaj was seated, and it was a small meeting going on. It was Bapa, myself, and it was a closed door meeting. Puja Yogicharan Swami was waiting outside as a sevak that he wanted to get Swami into his daily routine, walking and everything. He knocked the door, and then suddenly he looked in and he said, "Ke Brahmyari badu puru thayu?" And I said, ha, badu pati gayu. He asked, is your meeting finished? And I said, yes, everything's finished. Pramukh Swami started smiling. He said that Ajnu puru kalnu navu. Today's work has been finished, tomorrow there'll be new work. And then he said, પૃથ્વીનું તળ રહેશે ત્યાં સુધી સંસ્થાના કામ ચાલુ રહેશે. As long as the crust of the earth lasts, the work of the Sanstha will continue. What does that mean? The Sanstha shall remain active as long as this earth lasts. Look at the positivity. That's when Yogicharan Swami said, "Ke Swami, the greatest astonishment for everyone is how you balance everything at this age of 90. The smallest and the largest thing, like Arjun balanced the scales, how you balance the entire Sanstha and you continue to manage and run the Sanstha." That's when I interjected and I said, "Swami, when you were 28 and when you were made Pramukh, The Haribhaktas asked, how can he manage the sanstha? Because they were suspicious, how can a little sadhu manage this huge sanstha? And even today, when you are 90, devotees still ask, how can you manage the sanstha at the age of 90? But here it is astonishment. Suspicion has been converted into a surprise. This is the most wonderful thing that you are doing. That's when Pramukh Swami said that it is not I who is running the sanstha. The sanstha runs because of Shiji Maharaj, Shastriji Maharaj and Yogiji Maharaj. He continually felt the love and life of his Guru and his God with him. His humility was something that really recharged Pramukh Swami and recharges the sanstha today. Just as recent as 1970, the new word servant leadership has come up. Robert Greenleaf invented it and said, leader is he, not who leads. A leader is he who serves. Pramukh Swami Maharaj has always given this to us. When years later he was asked that when you were made the Pramukh, on that same very day you washed the utensils of the devotees, did you not feel that you are the Pramukh and why should you have to wash the utensils? Pramukh Swami said, Pramukh banya to su apde sevak mati gaya? He remained a sevak all his life. It wasn't just for events or big things. It was a part of his life. It was his inner core element. Vijay Diwan, a great jurist and a former Chief Justice of Gujarat, he had said that I had seen little Pramukh Swami carrying the cow dungs in a gaushada. I have seen Pramukh Swami plastering the walls and floors of a mud hut. I have seen Pramukh Swami running around doing seva with laborers. So many people had seen Swami running on the planks in construction sites when the temples were being made. He would help bricklayers, stone workers. Pramukh Swami Maharaj had never a qualm about doing the smallest and the humblest of seva. In Mehsana, he helped fill the foundations of the mandir. Once in Singapore, when there was going to be a huge welcome assembly for Pramukh Swami Maharaj, his car came early. Other cars had got lost behind. When there was the time to pick out the harmonium from the car boot, and there were no other sevaks around, Pramukh Swami himself picked up the harmonium. Imagine when there's an assembly for yourself and you walk into that assembly with a harmonium. Pramukh Swami never looked at the position or the performance. He had no qualms about it. Even in the smallest things that Swami has done, he has been of great service and seva to everyone. He has never hesitated in serving the ill, in visiting the devotees and sadhus. He has gone down into the wells of devotees to help prepare the wells, even if the devotees were absent. He has gone to homes, he has gone to people's bedsides. Pramukh Swami Maharaj has done the smallest of seva. Once in Ahmedabad, one youth, Kiran Pitwa, he had come on his bike to see Pramukh Swami Maharaj, but knowing that Swami had just left Ahmedabad, and then he sat on his bicycle and tried to find Pramukh Swami. Luckily, at Delhi Darwaja, Pramukh Swami's car was stationary in a traffic jam. That's when Kiran Pitwa quickly brought his bicycle close to Swami's car and jumped off his bike. Forgetting everything else, he tried to leap and take Swami's blessings. Very gently, Pramukh Swami blessed him with one hand, and when Kiran lifted his head, he found that with the other hand, he had caught hold of his bicycle, not allowing it to fall to the ground. Imagine, Swami would take care of you and also take care of your surroundings. This was Pramukh Swami and this was his humility. His humility knew no bounds. But one of the finest incidents of supreme humility is after the London temple was done in all its glory, when Worldwide Studios decided to take a live interview of His Holiness Pramukh Swami Maharaj. He was seated under the grand dome of the London temple, and the interview was going to be shown into more than 100 channels parallelly. And when the reporter asked Pramukh Swami that as the Guru of millions, how do you see your role? Straight away Pramukh Swami said, ask him to correct the question. because only God is the Guru of millions. I am just a Sevak, and as a Sevak, I continue to serve. At the end of the day, he has never lost the feeling that he is a Sevak, because being a Sevak was almost second nature. In his heart, he had a habit of serving. Often, in his later age, when he was 90, he had the habit of switching off, turning off the same lights. He had the habit of picking up small bits of paper. He tried to do seva all around him that he could do. Once when he was about to turn off a light, the sadhus asked him, saying, Swami, kya main thaki gaya? We are tired of talking about of your prasangs of humility and being self-sufficient. Swami looked at the sadhus and said, Pan, hu thakyo nathi, and he turned off the light. And then he said, Prashna ye che, the question is, amne teu padi gai che, that I have a habit of serving. He had a habit of being humble. This was Pramukh Swami Maharaj. So as a conclusion, I would like to say, just have faith and flourish. It's very important that we love our Guru. If you love him, then live for him. If you live for him, he will live with you and he will live within you. Pramukh Swami was the ideal Sishya who became the ideal Guru. As Yuvaks and Yuvatis across this nation, each one of you has some responsibility to understand his every dream and to live his dream. More importantly, let us try and see not just God in our Guru, but also our Guru in our God. It is very important when you and I are given a responsibility, some seva. It may just happen that others may not believe in you. Maybe you yourself may not believe that you can do it. But as long as your Guru believes in you and you love your Guru, then miracles will happen. Just as we've seen the wonderful miracle of BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha, it was because Shastriji Maharaj believed in Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Pramukh Swami Maharaj loved his Guru. The miracle has happened because of love and belief. May we continue to believe in his words and may we continue to loyally live his dreams.
અહીંયા હું કોઠારી તરીકે કામ કરતો હતો અને તે દરમિયાનમાં સ્વામી ત્યાં મુંબઈ પધાર્યા નંદાજીને બંગલે અને 2-2.5 મહિના જે રહેલા છેલ્લા એ વખતનો આ પ્રસંગ છે. એટલે તે વખતે ત્યાં અકાવીને પણ સાથે સેવામાં જતા અને બધા હરિભક્તો ત્યાં રહેતા. તો સ્વામીએ તે ઘડીએ ત્યાં કંઈક વિચાર કર્યો કે આપણે પ્રમુખ એમની તબિયત નરમ હતી, નિર્મુદા સ્વામીની તબિયત પણ નરમ હતી, એમને પણ બધું જરા મુશ્કેલી હતી. એટલે પછી સ્વામીને ત્યાં વિચાર આવ્યો આપણે પ્રમુખ નિમા છે અને એ વાત એમને અકાવીને કરી, તમે એને જ્ઞાનદાન કાગળ લખો કે આપણે પ્રમુખ કરવા છે ને આ રીતે કરવું છે. એટલે કાગળ અહીંયા અકાવીને લખેલો સ્વામીને આવ્યો. એટલે પછી મને વિચાર આવ્યો કે આપણે બહુ નાની ઉંમર છે ને આટલી મોટી જવાબદારી આપણાથી બહુ ઉપડી શકે નહીં અને સ્વામીને આપણા તરફ પ્રેમ છે એટલે જણાવે. પણ મેં પછી મારી રીતે કહ્યું કે આ બધું મારાથી થઈ શકે નહીં, આને મારા કરતાં ઘણા સંતો મોટા છે અને એના માટે વિચાર થાય તો સારું, પણ ગમે તે હોય પણ સ્વામીની સ્વામી કંઈ ઈચ્છા છે અને સ્વામીને તમે રાજી કરો કે સ્વામીને બહુ જ મને બોલાવીને ખાસ કહ્યું છે. એટલે ચંપકભાઈએ કહ્યું એટલે મેં કહ્યું સારું, સ્વામીની ઈચ્છા હોય ને આ બધાની જો રાજીપો હોય તો પછી મને કંઈ વાંધો નથી. આ તો મારી રીતે મને આ લાગે છે એટલે કહ્યું તો ગમે તે લાગ્યું પણ સ્વામીની બહુ ઈચ્છા છે. એટલે ચંપકભાઈને આ પડે ચંપકભાઈ સીધો ત્યાં પાછો કાગળ લખ્યો કે હા પાડી છે. એટલે સ્વામી બહુ રાજી થઈ ગયા. સ્વામી કહે છે મેં એના કોઠારી તરીકે રહ્યો અને એની કારકિર્દી મેં જોઈ છે, એની સાધુતા પણ જોઈ છે, નિયમ ધર્મ જોયા છે અને એની શક્તિ પણ મેં જોઈ છે. માટે એ બાબતમાં મેં પૂરી ચકાસણી કરીને આ હું નિમું છું, કંઈ વાંધો તમે રાખશો નહીં. એ પણ સ્વામી પોતે બોલ્યા અને બધી રીતે મને આ એનો અનુભવ પણ છે. એટલે આ તમે કોઈ જાતની શંકા કર્યા છે બધા આભાર.
As I continue to walk my path, the responsibilities continue to pile on. The weight of my worries on my back, anxious of the troubles, that might spawn. But satsang has shown me resolution through the life of an icon. When the weight of the sanstha was placed on his shoulders, he chose to fight on. Each one of my protests began to unwind when I learned of the challenges you overcame with pride. On one sacred day, when presented with great responsibility, you paved the way accepting with great nobility. When you said yes to Shastri Ji Maharaj, you said yes to it all. Your sole wish was for our happiness. You put us above all. You faced giant expectations. Still, you leapt to take action. You navigated through it all, dissolving distractions. Fueled by the Rajipo from your gurus, to you that is all that mattered. All obstacles were shattered. Because of your love, the sanstha grew even faster. So on Pramukh Varni Din, today I pray that I am able to follow in your footsteps. With your Rajipo fueling me, I'm certain I'll be able to face whatever comes next.